Okay, you know we love to have music on 8 West, so we feature a lot of great West Michigan musicians.
But we're showcasing some internationally known musicians today, a group that's hailed as one of the most popular classic rock acts from the last 30 years.
Yeah, we've got 2 members of the band Foreigner, lead singer Kelly Hansen and bassist Jeff Pilson. How's that for an introduction?
Very nice.
You guys are big
Quite
stuff.
impressive. Yeah,
thank you.
We're so happy to have you here. You are performing at one of our favorite venues tonight.
Yeah, we
Meyer
heard it's a great
Gardens.
place.
And this is the first time that you're going to come to Meyer Gardens.
Well, at least it's
that
going
is.
to feel like the first
it.
time.
Oh. Yeah, and I bet people are going to hear that song. Do you get that all the time? I mean, your songs are the soundtrack of a lot of people's lives, saying, oh my goodness, I heard that song when I was doing this or that. You know?
That's true. We get a lot of people telling us that it was part of their history, whether they was getting married or breaking up or people being born or dying. It's an amazing thing, and we see it at the shows too. We'll play. The band has 16 top 30 songs, so people think they know all the songs, and they come to the show and they go, "Oh, I didn't know you did that one. I didn't know you did that one."
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So the two of you have such a long history together. I mean, let's talk about how you started together and how long it's been.
Well, we got together in 2005. Kelly came in and turned this group into a touring mega success. No, the guy's an amazing singer, and the band, like I said,
$20 later.
Yeah, thank you. We reformed in 2004 and 2005, and have been touring ever since.
Yeah,
All over the world, gone places we've never gone before. Russia, Bulgaria,
Meyer Gardens.
Yeah.
Seriously.
That's cool that you can add that now onto your performance map.
Sure
You
is.
actually have a relationship with a local musician
I
that
do,
a lot of
Brian.
people know. Of course, a lot of people know internationally as well. Brian Vander Ark.
Yes.
Tell us how you came together.
We were both in a movie together in 2000 called Rockstar. Came out September 9th, 2001, so horrible time for a movie to come out. But yeah, Brian played me in the tribute band.
That was a big movie, though. I think it did pretty well.
It was pretty funny. Oh, it did great, actually.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg, Jennifer Aniston, who are great people. And Brian is a great guy. I mean, wonderfully talented musician. And we just really got along well and had a great time doing the movie together.
And his outfit and hair made him look exactly like he looked in the 80s, because I knew Jeff in the 80s.
That's right. That's right. And he, poor guy, had to wear the same thing. So I'm sorry, Brian. I'm sorry for making you wear that.
Wow, so let's talk about your music, because you have a new release that people can get their hands on.
Yeah, we have a new triple disc set. It's called Feels Like the First Time, kind of celebrating the original release of that song, which was the first single of the first album from Foreigner in 1977. And it's a triple disc set. It has a live DVD. It has a whole disc of studio remakes of the classics, and then my favorite is an entire disc of acoustic versions of Foreigner songs never done before, so we're really happy about that. And coming out, I guess, this weekend is Rock of Ages, which is the new big movie coming out with Tom Cruise, who sings I Want to Know What Love Is.
Yeah.
And then Alec Baldwin does kind of a Jukebox Hero, a medley of Jukebox and I Love Rock and Roll. And then we also have Waiting for a Girl Like You in the movie, more songs than anybody else, so really happy and proud of that, and looking forward to all the hoopla associated, so it'll be fun.
You got to think that that's going to be a nice kind of jump for you in your music and interest.
So.
Yeah,
extra downloads, or people like,
the soundtrack album just came out and debuted at number 16, so the movie's not even out yet, so that's pretty crazy.
Awesome. You know, your music you guys have really stood the test of time. The music industry is so interesting these days. What's your
take? That's a good word, interesting.
Interesting, yeah, that's a generous word,
really,
actually.
You look at the 80s and you talk to a music lover, and that is a very special time in music. And you look at the scene now, it's a lot different. What are your impressions of where we are today?
Record companies were so much more supportive of the music in the 80s. They were so much more supportive of the bands. Now it's much more of a corporate structure. And so, I think music has there's a more narrow scope of what can get played in the mainstream.
Yeah.
So, bands like ours were very fortunate to come up in those days, 70s and 80s, when things were a little more supportive. But, there's a lot of great stuff online. There's still a lot of great places to find great music. But, it's a little more selective now.
And in a funny way, it's kind of back to being a singles game. That's how it started back in the 40s and 50s. It was about singles, and it's kind of about that again.
Because you can download it so easily. People don't buy the albums like they used to.
They don't.
But you're very smart to come out with this collector set.
Sure.
Well,
because you have so much good
you
stuff.
can't just put out a CD anymore. You have to kind of what our stance is that we're trying to offer people a little bit more for their money, and also give them something that you can't just download like that. It's hard to get all these.
We're going to give them Tom Cruise's abs. That's going to be the new giveaway.
Once you open the CD, that's the first thing you see, right?
And you get them.
But not yours?
Well, he actually used mine as a body double, but,
exactly.
But I wanted to keep that quiet.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
We're all big fans right here on 8 West, and we're ready to hear you perform.
Oh, well, thank you.
So take it away.
Thanks.
All right.
Takes me, baby, to show how much you mean to me. Well, I guess it's just the woman in you that brings out the man in me. I know I can't help myself. You're all in the world to me. Feels like the first time. Feels like the very first time. It feels like the first time. Feels like the very first time. I have waited a lifetime. Spend my time so foolishly. But now that I've found you, together we'll make history. And I know it must be the woman in you that brings out the man in me. I know I can't help myself. You're all my eyes can see. It feels like the first time, like it never did before. Feels like the first time, like we've opened up the door. Feels like the first time, like it never will again. Never again. It feels like the first time. Feels like the first time. Feels like the very first time. Oh yeah, yeah. It feels like the first time. Feels like the very first time. It feels like the first time. It feels like the first time. It feels like the very first time. It feels like the first time. Feels like the very first time. Won't you open up the door? Won't you open up the door? Yeah. 'Cause it feels like the very first
This is 8 West.